Hello book besties and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reading 1-star reviews of my all-time favorite books. I'm honestly kind of nervous for this because I get my feelings hurt very easily and I get super defensive over like my favorite books of all time. And I love watching the videos of other people reading 1-star reviews of their favorite books, so I figured why not try it out. I picked out some of my favorite books, so we're gonna go on GOODREADS and read all of the negative reviews. First up, we're going to be reading negative reviews about Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Now, anybody who knows me knows that this is one of my favorite books of all time. I think that it can do no wrong. I think that it is so adorable, so amazing. Can't even imagine anything negative that could be said about this book, but we're gonna see. I'm so nervous. Okay. This 1-star review says, "The star is only for Wes." I mean, fair. But if you're giving stars for Wes, I feel like you should be giving him like 7 stars. Like, I get it, but I don't. This review says, "I know a lot of people really love this book, but I'm totally the opposite. And what's the hype on Wes anyway? He's just another typical mid-book boyfriend." Mid-book boyfriend? I'm so protective of Wes. I love Wes. This man, he's so cute. Someone said this was not better than the movies. Okay. Then somebody said, "I had to fight my way through this book. Oh, and it also put me in a big reading slump for almost a year. Fair to say that I despise this book." That's so funny. This is one of those books that I will like pick up when I'm like feeling a reading slump coming on. So that's interesting. I mean, when I think about this book, the only thought is how annoying the female lead was. I did not think that Liz was annoying. I thought she was really, really cute. But I really love that they love Wes because, I mean, at least you gave him a star for Wes, I guess. This review says, "I have very mixed feelings about this book because I kind of hated it, but I just know I would have loved it if I was like 15. I'm giving this 4 stars because it is not fair to judge this based on my ancient age of 20. I'm also 20 and I loved it." And then one says, "Physically felt my brain cells take leave every time I read Elizabeth's POV. In parentheses, there is no other POV." Next up, we're going to be reading the 1-star reviews for Happy Place by Emily Henry. This book means so much to me, so this one's gonna hurt a little bit. Someone said, "I was so irritated with this book, I basically hate Reddit. So much eye-rolling, so much miscommunication. These characters are so idiotic with their decisions and ideas of love/romance. The friend group is also stupid, and the way everyone treats each other is terrible. Ugh, definitely the worst rom-com I've read and the worst Emily Henry book so far." Okay, moving on. "I had to force myself to finish this book. It was boring. This felt like middle school drama, a lot of miscommunication between a couple and among friends. I was drained at the end. I couldn't even enjoy the happy parts. I was so tired and annoyed with everyone." I have seen this opinion a lot. A lot of people said it was boring. I didn't find it boring, and I'm easily bored. Like, if a book doesn't like grab my attention within like the first 5 minutes, I immediately want to DNF it. There was definitely a lot of miscommunication, so I do kind of agree with that. Now that the book is out, I can finally scream how bad and insufferable it was. Everything about this book ruins the mood. I don't think it comes under the category of contemporary romance, rather should be shelved as general or women fiction. Guess a little hype got to their head." Well, that's just mean. I was too diplomatic in my previous review, but honestly, I'm just updating it to say I hated it. I really hated it. I've tried, but I'm simply not an Emily Henry girly. I wish you all the best, though. I mean, that's okay. I mean, books are very subjective, so I understand that. The last book that we're going to read 1-star reviews for is Everything Everything by Nicole Yoon, and this is probably my favorite book of all time. So this one's gonna be really hard because I really cannot like take any critiques for this book because I just love it so much and it just means so much to me. I'm scared. This one is a little bit of a longer one, but I'm probably gonna read less reviews for this one because it's gonna hurt a little bit more. Why does this book exist? I literally do not understand why this read got so much hype because it sucked. It was utterly horrible. If I could give this negative stars, I would without a question. Romance with zero development is one of my biggest turnoffs in any novel, but especially young adult, and this romance had less than 0 development. There were no plot twists or any turn of events that made this book exciting. I mean, I feel like her mother, like, lying and, you know, saying that she was sick when she wasn't was kind of a plot twist, but everything is horrible. That was very mean. I will read one more review because I just love this book so much, and this is painful. This book was completely ridiculous. I found the main character to be incredibly irritating and the plot was so unrealistic. Also, Carla must not be a very good nurse. I'm so annoyed right now. I loved Carla. I think that Carla was always like looking out for her best interest, not always just with like her health, but just like with like her social relationships and her social life. Like she wanted her to have a full life. She wanted her to be happy. And at times, I guess that kind of got in the way of her like actual job as being Maddie's nurse. So I do kind of get that. I still disagree, but I do kind of get where they're coming from, because I guess Carla didn't have to leave like Ollie in the house and kind of like expose Maddie to like any sort of virus or whatever. I love Carla and I love this book, and it's just my favorite. That was it for me reading 1-star reviews of my favorite books. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you'd like to connect with me on my other social media platforms, you can follow me at the Heartfelt Library on Instagram, heartfelthan on TikTok, or on GOODREADS, you can follow me at heartfelthan. I will see you next time.